I studied theology because I believed God was going to call me to go into the ministry. But by the time I'd finished my degree, I was so confused that I thought I can't just go into training for ordination. So I became a teacher and I taught RE, that's religious education, in a small, rather run-down secondary school. There were only about 20 members of staff there, and what was a big surprise to me was that not a single one of them was the sort of Christian that I was. One or two of them went to church, but never spoke about their religion. The rest couldn't care less, wasn't important to them at all, except for two people who were atheists, the first atheists I'd ever met. Now, looking back on it, they were actually very gentle with me. They occasionally asked me difficult questions or teased me gently. There was lots of teasing going on in the staff room. It was quite a happy staff room in many ways, in spite of the difficulties of the school. But their questions worried me, because I knew I hadn't got an answer for them. Do you remember the story of Jesus talking about the man who built his house upon the rock and it stood firm, and the man who built his house upon the sand and it fell down? It was supposed to be that if you built your life on the rock of religion, then you'd have a firm basis for your life. But for me, it felt the other way round. I couldn't find a firm basis for my faith. They were asking me these awkward questions like, why did you believe in God? What proof was there of his existence? And of course about the problem of suffering. How did a loving God allow suffering? And of course I've got all sorts of other questions going on in my mind as well, about what sort of resurrection was it, and was it real, and what sort of book was the Bible? I was overwhelmed by the number of questions to which I did not have the answer at all. I couldn't find an answer. So the longer I spent at that school, the more my faith began to be undermined. But I was still getting some emotional feeling when I prayed. I still couldn't yet let go of it.
It ain't necessarily so. It ain't necessarily so. The things that you're liable to read in the Bible is